What is the primary pigment responsible for capturing light energy in photosynthesis? A. Chlorophyll A. B. Chlorophyll B. C. Carotenoids. D. Phycobilins. The correct answer is A. Chlorophyll A is the primary pigment in photosynthesis, absorbing mainly blue, violet and red light. Which of the following is not a factor affecting photosynthesis efficiency? A. Light intensity. B. Concentration. C. Temperature. D. pH level. The correct answer is D. pH level is not a direct factor affecting photosynthesis efficiency, although extreme levels can impact enzyme activity. In which organelle does photosynthesis take place? A. Mitochondria. B. Chloroplast. C. Golgi apparatus. D. Endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is B. Photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplasts of plant cells. During the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis, what molecule is split to release oxygen? A. Water. B. Carbon dioxide. C. Glucose. D. Oxygen. The correct answer is A. Water is split during the light-dependent reactions, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. Which color of light is least effective in driving photosynthesis? A. Blue. B. Red. C. Green. D. Yellow. The correct answer is C. Green light is the least effective in driving photosynthesis, as plants reflect most of it. Which pigment is responsible for plants appearing green? A. Chlorophyll A. B. Chlorophyll B. C. Carotenoids. D. Phycobilins. The correct answer is A. Chlorophyll A is the green pigment responsible for plants appearing green because it reflects green light. How does increasing carbon dioxide concentration affect photosynthesis? A. It enhances photosynthesis efficiency. B. It reduces the rate of photosynthesis. C. It has no effect on photosynthesis. D. It inhibits the Calvin cycle. The correct answer is A. Increasing carbon dioxide concentration typically enhances photosynthesis efficiency by providing more substrate for the Calvin cycle. What is the ultimate source of energy for autotrophs during photosynthesis? A. Water. B. Oxygen. C. Sunlight. D. Sugar. The correct answer is C. Sunlight is the ultimate energy source for autotrophs during photosynthesis. It drives the conversion of carbon dioxide and water into glucose. Which enzyme is responsible for carbon fixation in the Calvin cycle of photosynthesis? A. Rubusco. B. ATP synthase. C. PEP carboxylase. D. P450. The correct answer is A. Rubusco, that's ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase, oxygenase, is the enzyme responsible for carbon fixation in the Calvin cycle of photosynthesis. When light intensity increases, what happens to the rate of photosynthesis? A. Decreases. B. Stays the same. C. Increases. D. No effect. The correct answer is C. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. As light intensity increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases, up to a certain point where other factors become limiting. What are the two stages of photosynthesis? A. Calvin cycle and light-dependent reactions. B. ATP production and glucose formation. C. Chlorophyll synthesis and pigment degradation. D. Glucose breakdown and carbon fixation. The correct answer is A. The two stages of photosynthesis are the light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle. Which gas is a byproduct of the light-dependent reactions in photosynthesis? A. Carbon dioxide. B. Oxygen. C. Methane. D. Nitrogen. The correct answer is B. Oxygen is produced as a byproduct of the light-dependent reactions in photosynthesis. What is the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis? A. Captures light energy. B. Releases oxygen. C. Fixes carbon dioxide. D. Produces glucose. The correct answer is A. Chlorophyll is the primary pigment that captures light energy during photosynthesis, initiating the process of converting light into chemical energy. How do high temperatures affect photosynthesis in plants? A. Enhance the process. B. Inhibit the process. C. No effect. D. Reduce the release of oxygen. The correct answer is B. High temperatures can inhibit photosynthesis in plants by denaturing enzymes involved in the process, leading to a decrease in photosynthetic activity. How does water scarcity affect the rate of photosynthesis in plants? A. Increases the rate. B. Decreases the rate. C. No effect. D. Leads to wilting. The correct answer is B. Water scarcity can decrease the rate of photosynthesis in plants, as water is essential for the light-dependent reactions and maintaining turgor pressure for gas exchange. In what part of the chloroplast are the photosynthetic pigments located? A. Thylakoid membrane. B. Stroma. C. Outer membrane. D. Inner membrane. The correct answer is A. The photosynthetic pigments are located in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast, where they capture and transfer light energy during photosynthesis. What is the process by which autotrophic organisms use light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen? A. Respiration. B. Photosynthesis. C. Fermentation. D. Digestion. The correct answer is B. Photosynthesis is the process by which autotrophic organisms produce food using light energy, carbon dioxide, and water. Which of the following is a factor that can limit the rate of photosynthesis in plants? A. Low temperature. B. High light intensity. C. Optimal level of carbon dioxide. D. Sufficient water availability. The correct answer is A. Low temperatures can limit the rate of photosynthesis because they slow down enzymatic reactions. In photosynthesis, what's the main job of the light-dependent reactions in the chloroplast's thylakoid membranes? A. Production of glucose. B. Release of oxygen. C. Conversion of ATP to ADP. D. Formation of NADPH. The correct answer is B. Less than break time equals 500 milliseconds, greater than. One of the primary outcomes of the light-dependent reactions is the release of oxygen as a byproduct. Which organelle stores starch, a product of photosynthesis in plants? A. Mitochondria. B. Vacuole. C. Golgi apparatus. D. Chloroplast. The correct answer is B. The vacuole in plant cells acts as a storage organelle for storing starch produced during photosynthesis. What role do magnesium ions play in photosynthesis? A. Act as electron carriers. B. Convert light energy into chemical energy. C. Form part of the chlorophyll molecule. D. Regulate stomatal opening and closing. The correct answer is C. Magnesium ions are essential components of the chlorophyll molecule, helping plants capture light energy during photosynthesis. Which of the following environmental factors is necessary for optimal photosynthesis in plants? A. High levels of air pollution. B. Moderate to high light intensity. C. Extremely low humidity. D. Acidic soil pH. The correct answer is B. Moderate to high light intensity is essential for photosynthesis to provide sufficient energy for the process. What is the primary function of the Calvin cycle in photosynthesis? A. Capture light energy. B. Convert carbon dioxide into glucose. C. Release oxygen. D. Transfer electrons to the electron transport chain. The correct answer is B. The Calvin cycle converts carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into glucose. This process is called carbon fixation. How does the presence of air bubbles on the surface of submerged aquatic plants affect their photosynthetic activity? A. Increases the rate of photosynthesis. B. Decreases the rate of photosynthesis. C. Has no effect on photosynthesis. D. Leads to wilting of leaves. The correct answer is B. The presence of air bubbles hinders gas exchange, reducing carbon dioxide availability for photosynthesis in submerged aquatic plants. What is the term used to describe organisms that can produce their own food using light or inorganic compounds? A. Heterotrophs. B. Autotrophs. C. Parasites. D. Saprophytes. The correct answer is B. Autotrophs are organisms that can produce their own food through processes like photosynthesis or chemosynthesis. What is the role of stomata in the process of photosynthesis? A. Absorb water from the soil. B. Release oxygen into the atmosphere. C. Regulate the exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. D. Convert light energy into chemical energy. The correct answer is C. Stomata are small pores on the surface of leaves that regulate the movement of gases, like carbon dioxide and oxygen, during photosynthesis. Which environmental factor directly impacts the rate of photosynthesis by influencing enzyme activity in metabolic processes in plants? A. Light intensity. B. Soil pH. C. Humidity level. D. Temperature. The correct answer is D. Temperature affects enzyme activity and metabolic reactions in plants, thereby directly impacting the rate of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, where does the light-independent reaction, also known as the Calvin cycle, take place within the plant cell? A. Thylakoid membranes. B. Mitochondria. C. Stroma of chloroplasts. D. Granum stacks. The correct answer is C. The Calvin cycle, or light-independent reactions, occur in the stroma of chloroplasts where carbon fixation and sugar production take place. Which of the following factors can limit the rate of photosynthesis in aquatic plants located in deep water environments? A. Temperature. B. Humidity. C. Light availability. D. Concentration. The correct answer is C. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. In deep water environments, light availability can be a limiting factor for photosynthesis, as light intensity decreases with depth. What is the primary function of photosynthetic pigments in plants during photosynthesis? A. Absorb water for hydration. B. Store excess sugars. C. Capture light energy for photosynthesis. D. Facilitate gas exchange. The correct answer is C. Photosynthetic pigments, like chlorophyll and carotenoids, capture light energy for photosynthesis in plants. Which of the following is not a factor affecting the efficiency of photosynthesis in plants? A. Water availability. B. Nitrogen levels. C. Atmospheric pressure. D. Wind speed. The correct answer is C. Atmospheric pressure is not a direct factor affecting the efficiency of photosynthesis in plants. In photosynthesis, what's the main source of electrons replacing those lost during the light-dependent reactions in chloroplasts? A. Water molecules. B. Molecules. C. Nitrogen ions. D. Oxygen molecules. The correct answer is A. Water molecules are the primary source of electrons needed to replace those lost in the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis. How does an increase in light intensity affect the rate of photosynthesis in plants? Up to a certain point. A. Decreases the rate of photosynthesis. B. Has no effect on the rate of photosynthesis. C. Increases the rate of photosynthesis. D. Stops photosynthesis completely. The correct answer is C. Increasing light intensity can initially increase the rate of photosynthesis in plants, up to a certain point where other factors become limiting. What is the process by which autotrophic organisms use carbon dioxide and water to produce glucose and oxygen in the presence of light? A. Respiration. B. Fermentation. C. Photosynthesis. D. Oxidation. The correct answer is C. Photosynthesis is the process by which autotrophic organisms synthesize organic molecules using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of light. Which organelle in plant cells is responsible for photosynthesis? A. Mitochondria. B. Nucleus. C. Golgi apparatus. D. Chloroplast. The correct answer is D. Chloroplasts are the organelles in plant cells responsible for photosynthesis, where photosynthetic pigments capture light energy. What is the primary function of photosynthetic pigments in plants during photosynthesis? A. Produce oxygen. B. Release carbon dioxide. C. Capture light energy. D. Store glucose. The correct answer is C. Photosynthetic pigments, such as chlorophyll, capture light energy necessary for the photosynthetic process. Which environmental factor directly impacts the rate of photosynthesis by influencing enzyme activity in metabolic processes in plants? A. Temperature. B. Humidity. C. Soil pH. D. Wind speed. The correct answer is A. Temperature directly influences enzyme activity and metabolic processes in plants, affecting the rate of photosynthesis. What is the main purpose of the Calvin cycle in photosynthesis? A. Capture light energy. B. Produce ATP. C. Fix carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. D. Release oxygen. The correct answer is C. The Calvin cycle is the light-independent phase of photosynthesis where carbon dioxide is fixed into carbohydrates. Which of the following factors can limit the rate of photosynthesis in plants? A. High light intensity. B. Low carbon dioxide levels. C. Increased temperature. D. Optimal soil pH. The correct answer is B. Low levels of carbon dioxide can limit the rate of photosynthesis in plants by affecting the availability of a substrate for the Calvin cycle. How does the presence of air bubbles on the surface of submerged aquatic plants affect their photosynthetic activity? A. Enhances photosynthesis. B. Reduces photosynthesis. C. No effect on photosynthesis. D. Halts photosynthesis. The correct answer is B. Air bubbles reduce the surface area of contact between the plant and the water, decreasing the availability of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Which photosynthetic pigment absorbs light mainly in the blue and red regions of the electromagnetic spectrum? A. Chlorophyll. B. Chlorophyll B. C. Carotenoids. D. Phycobilins. The correct answer is A. Chlorophyll A is a photosynthetic pigment that absorbs light primarily in the blue and red regions of the electromagnetic spectrum. How do high temperatures affect photosynthesis in plants? A. Enhance photosynthesis. B. Inhibit photosynthesis. C. Have no effect on photosynthesis. D. Increase water uptake. The correct answer is B. High temperatures can inhibit photosynthesis in plants by denaturing enzymes and disrupting metabolic processes. Which of the following environmental factors is necessary for optimal photosynthesis in plants? A. High humidity. B. Low light intensity. C. Adequate water supply. D. Extreme temperatures. The correct answer is C. Adequate water supply is necessary for optimal photosynthesis, as water is a key reactant in the photosynthetic process. What is the role of ATP and NADPH in photosynthesis? A. To capture light energy. B. To provide energy for the Calvin cycle. C. To release oxygen. D. To absorb carbon dioxide. A. To regulate temperature. The correct answer is B. ATP and NADPH, generated during the light-dependent reactions, provide the energy needed for the Calvin cycle to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. Which factor can enhance the rate of photosynthesis in plants? A. Decreased temperature. B. Low carbon dioxide levels. C. High light intensity. D. Reduced availability of water. A. Decreased oxygen levels. The correct answer is C. High light intensity can enhance the rate of photosynthesis in plants by providing more energy for the light-dependent reactions. What is the function of the photosynthetic pigment carotenoid in plants? A. Absorb green light. B. Capture light energy. C. Protect chlorophyll from damage. D. Fix carbon dioxide. A. Regulate stomatal opening. The correct answer is C. Carotenoids protect chlorophyll from damage caused by excess light energy, and they participate in photoprotection. How do temperature changes affect the efficiency of photosynthesis in plants? A. Higher temperatures increase efficiency. B. Lower temperatures decrease efficiency. C. Temperature has no effect on photosynthesis. D. Extreme temperatures shut down photosynthesis. A. Temperature change affects light absorption. The correct answer is D. Extreme temperatures can denature enzymes involved in photosynthesis, leading to a shutdown of the process. Which factor can limit the rate of photosynthesis in aquatic plants at deeper water levels? A. High light intensity. B. Low oxygen levels. C. Low carbon dioxide availability. D. Cold water temperatures. A. Large availability of nutrients. The correct answer is C. Deeper water levels can limit carbon dioxide availability, which is essential for photosynthesis, thereby impacting the rate of the process. How do changes in pH affect the photosynthetic process in plants? A. Higher pH increases photosynthesis. B. Lower pH decreases photosynthesis. C. pH has no effect on photosynthesis. D. pH affects carbon fixation only. A. Changing pH influences stomatal opening. The correct answer is B. Extreme pH levels can disrupt enzyme activity and overall photosynthetic efficiency in plants. What is the primary role of the light-independent reactions in photosynthesis? A. Produce oxygen. B. Generate ATP. C. Capture light energy. D. Fix carbon dioxide. A. Release electrons. The correct answer is D. The light-independent reactions, like the Calvin cycle, use ATP and NADPH to convert carbon dioxide into glucose for plant growth and energy storage. What is the function of the enzyme Rubasco in photosynthesis? A. Storing glucose. B. Producing oxygen. C. Regulating light intensity. D. Carbon fixation. A. Activating NADPH. The correct answer is D. Rubasco, or ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase, is responsible for catalyzing the first step of carbon fixation during photosynthesis. How do changes in light wavelength affect the rate of photosynthesis in plants? A. Shorter wavelengths increase efficiency. B. Longer wavelengths decrease efficiency. C. Wavelengths have no effect on photosynthesis. D. Varying wavelengths alter pigment absorption. A. Red light enhances fixation. The correct answer is D. Changing light wavelengths can influence the absorption spectrum of photosynthetic pigments, impacting the rate of photosynthesis in plants. What is the process by which autotrophic organisms use light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen? A. Cellular respiration. B. Glycolysis. C. Photosynthesis. D. Fermentation. The correct answer is C. Photosynthesis is the process by which autotrophic organisms convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen using light energy. What is the role of stomata in photosynthesis? A. Absorbing light energy. B. Regulating gas exchange. C. Producing glucose. D. Converting water into oxygen. The correct answer is B. Stomata are small openings on plant leaves that regulate gas exchange, allowing for the uptake of carbon dioxide and the release of oxygen during photosynthesis. How does increasing carbon dioxide concentration affect photosynthesis? A. Decreases photosynthesis rate. B. Has no effect on photosynthesis. C. Increases photosynthesis rate. D. Stops photosynthesis process. The correct answer is C. Increasing carbon dioxide concentration typically enhances photosynthesis by providing more substrate for the Calvin cycle reactions, leading to increased glucose production.